Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. That is midday now if you're in Australia, or around 1 a.m. if you're in the UK. I hope all you guys and girls are well. Remember guys, if you do miss the live streams, as usual, you can catch up at any time by clicking the videos tab on my Twitch page. Remember too, if you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, you can click that link that Hellforge has just popped into Twitch chat, or at any time just type !Discord in Twitch chat to get a link, or go to the About Me page on my Twitch channel. And there's a blue graphic that will give you an invite link in my panels to join the Discord as well. It's good to see you guys. Hellforge, Smurfberry Barbecue. It's the 9th though. What are we talking about? Yes, we are going to be working on the kitchen today for the House in the Hollow game. We're working on the kitchen for the Art Nouveau Art Deco house that's in that game. Finally, I'm giving you guys the kitchen so you can stop complaining. And yeah, I am sort of still struggling a little bit with the design of the kitchen. I mean, the bench tops, all that stuff sorted, fridge sorted, oven sorted. It's mainly the floor and the walls and the curtains that I'm still trying to work out as far as the design goes. What are we talking about here now? Since it's the 10th in Australia, is Cyberpunk out over there? It's actually the 9th, as Smurfberry said. So tomorrow. Cyberpunk 2077 is released tomorrow. And I am looking forward to it. I'm sure CD Projekt Red have done a good job. If you're doing a wishlist again, by the way, just click the link here Hellforge popped into chat. Or again, go to my panels and there's a graphic that says wishlist on Steam. Click that and that'll take you to the Steam store page. And again, my website, I keep forgetting to mention my website. If you do want to know more about me and what I do, you can go to Phil Does 3D, so my Twitch username, and put a .com on the end of it. Euro, it's good to see you, Euro. How are you? And again, apologies for yesterday, guys. My desk almost completely collapsed. I was working away one night, you know, early hours of the morning, and I heard this almighty crack, and one of the bolts that actually holds the desk up, I've got like one of those corner desks, so it's in 3 pieces, and one of the pieces on the side here, the bolt completely fell out of the supporting bracket that holds this end of the desk to this middle part of the desk. And I heard a big crack, heard the bolt hit the floor, and saw the desk sort of sink a little bit like that. And like, I've got 3 monitors and 2 computers up on this desk, so if it was to collapse, it would be a disaster. And it freaked me out, scared the bejesus out of me. Almost as bad as the time I was, one of my old monitors, I was working away one day, and one of the capacitors in the back of it blew. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard a cat blow, but it can get quite loud because they're usually full of oil. So yeah, this cat blew, my monitor went out, and that freaked me out as well. It was a scare. I was scared. Scared that the desk would drop, but it was mainly the noise. The noise sort of like startled me. So anyway, it's all good. My apologies. I couldn't stream yesterday. I had a new desk delivered, another new corner desk. And I had to reset up all my equipment. So we're good now. Jade Kitchen Hype, Hellforge? Oh, I don't think so. We have the Jade snake box in the study. And we have the gold toilet. Smurf says, imagine curtains in a kitchen. Yes, I know, imagine. I actually don't have curtains in my kitchen, but, you know, that was the style at the time. They used to put curtains up. And some people still do. I actually had blinds, like slat blind things, but yeah. I don't have any curtains in the house at all, they're all blinds. Hellforge says, I think that about covers all the links. So I think you're right, Hellforge. You've done an excellent job there covering my website, the Steam store page, and the Discord server, all the important stuff. Euro says, I'm good, thanks, just woke up. Went for a nap earlier and yeah, 7 hours later. Yeah, I've done that before too. I'm always I'm upset with myself too when that happens. I tend to go for like a power nap, like maybe half an hour to an hour. Usually after I eat lunch I get tired, so I have a nap in the middle of the afternoon. Shh, don't tell work. But yeah, one day I slept through like 6 hours and didn't mean to. So that was my entire evening gone. This meant I had to work later that night, which is usually what happens. If I have a nap in the middle of the afternoon, then I find it hard if I want to have an early night to go to sleep. Just 1 hour will stop me from sleeping for like 2 to 3 hours. It takes me 2 or 3 hours more before I can actually fall asleep. So, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Euro, we're just waking up. Smurf says computers on the floor for this reason. Yeah, look, I know a lot of people, you put your PCs on the ground and that's the safest way to go. I don't do that because they tend to pick up much more dust if you set them on the floor. And remember too, if you are setting them on the floor, don't set them on carpet directly because you block the air vents that are underneath the computer usually. Just the airflow won't be so great. So put a board or something down if you want to put it on the ground and it's on carpet. But yeah, and I like to keep them up because I've got, my cases have glass sides, so I like to see my equipment. It's that fetish, that computer fetish, my PC bling. I want to see the bling. And if it's on the ground, I can't see it. But it does make for a very cramped desk, let me tell you, with 3 monitors and 2 PCs all squeezed together, which is why I have to buy these corner desks that are really big. Helpwood says, good to hear everything's good over there. Blinds, Smurfberry says, yes, blinds, how awful. Yes, I know. But I mean, they're nice blinds, but they're blinds. Well, you know what I mean by blinds. They're those slat things. They're not plastic though, and they're quite thick. They're about that thick. And all of the windows in the flat have these blinds. So, hey. Oh, there you go. The ArtStation link. In my ArtStation, I haven't updated that for a while. I should do that. So there's a link to my ArtStation as well. If you go to my website though, guys, buildout3d.com, there's links to all my social media, my Twitter, my YouTube, my ArtStation, the works, as well as the Phil Does 3D store where you can buy some of my 3D models if you want. Maybe you got a project coming up and you don't want to make something, or you don't have time to make something, or you just want to make a piece of art. You can grab one of my models and put it in your artwork. Helpwood says, the benefits of having a slow graphics card is that I can take a power nap while Substance Painter bakes out everything. Well, there you go. There's always an upside to a slow card. Euro says, I'm not even going to bother trying to get a new GPU this year. I know it's pretty hard. Not enough of them going around, and NVIDIA will probably refresh in January anyway. Well, you never know with NVIDIA. It'd be unusual to do a refresh in January because they generally don't do that. They usually wait till 12 months after initial release to do a refresh. Who knows? These are strange times we live in now. With technology particularly, I mean, you can't buy AMD GPUs, you can't buy AMD CPUs, you can't buy NVIDIA GPUs. It's the human malware, I think, has just put a spanner in all the production lines all around the world and causing issues. I think that's the reason. I don't think it's like, I've been reading online, because a lot of people are really upset they can't buy a graphics card, which is fair enough. I would be upset too. I want the shiny new toy now as well. And a lot of people are saying, they're restricting on purpose the supply, and that's not true. I'm sure it's not true. It's just that the supply chain is just because of human malware is a problem at the moment. They want to sell graphics cards. They don't want to hold them back. Trust me, they don't. They want to sell as many as they possibly can. It's my phone going off over there. Sorry. So yeah, it's just they're having problems with production because of human malware. But you never know. They may do a refresh in January. I don't know. Euro says 2020 GPU purchasing, literally throwing money away. Don't say that. I updated my GPU. Crosswind, it's good to see you, Crosswind. Says, anyone else having performance issues in Max 2021? I swear it's like this program constantly on the verge of crashing. No, I can't say I have. Have you updated to the new 0.3 update that was released a week or two ago on Autodesk? make sure you update to that because it does fix a lot of bugs. And it also introduces retopology built into Macs now, which is really cool, actually. I haven't had a good, pardon me, I haven't had a good chance to play around with it yet, but from what I've seen of the demo videos, it does look very cool. I mean, I have a retopology plugin already for Macs, which is created by the same guys that did the retopology tool that's in ZBrush. They made a Macs plugin, which I purchased and I have installed. Autodesk's version actually looks better, so, and it's free with the update of Macs, the 0.3 update of Macs. So make sure you update. Just go to your account and you should be able to download the update through your account. Or through that thing that they have that you can install that, I can't remember what they call it, you know, the app thing, but I have that uninstalled. I don't use that. I go to my account if I want to download anything from Autodesk. Smurf says Polymer Desk. Euro says Max 21 runs perfect for me. Yeah, I haven't had any problems either. And I'm running the 0.3 update. Creative Steve! It's good to see you, Creative Steve. I hope you had a good week and a good weekend. And again, my apologies for not being able to stream yesterday, guys. If you didn't jump on my Discord or read my Twitter, my desk was almost collapsed the other day. So all my equipment almost hit the floor. I had to wait for a new desk to be delivered and I had to reset up all of my equipment. Which was a bit of a pain, but anyway, it's all good now. I hope you're well, Creative Steve. Helford says, wait, does NVIDIA hate money or something? If they don't keep the shelf stocked, how are they going to bankroll their operation? Well, that's just it. They're not holding back stock on purpose. I have to have a copy. G6. Oh, yeah, they want to make money. They don't want to not sell you a GPU. And they don't want to risk you buying an AMD GPU. AMD are having the same problem. Stock of AMD stuff is virtually non-existent. So there you go. If you want to blame NVIDIA for doing that, you have to blame AMD for doing that. Neither of them are doing that, though. It's just the fact that production is not what it should be. Because of the human malware. Hero says they've sold over 140 million of GPUs to miners. They don't care who they sell them to as long as they get paid for them. They're a business after all. I'm not saying it's fair or it's good, but yeah. Which surprises me actually. I thought the mining boom was pretty much over. Hellford says, yes, those 7-year-old favourite Fortnite kids are spending money again. All that Fortnite money, Epic Games know all about that. They've been spending like a drunken sailor too recently, Epic, on all these different companies that they've been purchasing and buying shares in. Euro says that 140 million figure is from their last financials. Yeah, I believe it. I would believe it. I'm sure they've made probably that much at least in gaming sales though as well. So I don't know, but you know, I'm sure that they'll make a lot of money in gaming. Crosswind says, I assume so. I just bought an indie license for 2021. Oh, cool, yeah. The indie license for Macs is really good value. Like Macs to lease, to rent, to subscribe now, to Macs a year is thousands of dollars. But the indie license is like, is it $250 US, I think, a year? So it's really good value. It's good that Autodesk do that. I'm not sure if there's an indie license for Maya though, but I know there is for Macs. Oh, okay, so if you just downloaded it though, Crosswind, I'm not sure actually if the new installers you download already have the update rolled into them or not. So you might want to just jump into Macs and check. You know how to check, don't you? You know, you just go into Macs and go to About Macs. So you go to Help About Macs and it should tell you the version that you're running at the top. Helpwood says miners, not minors. I need a cup of coffee. So do I. Always need the coffee. You never have too much coffee. Creative Steve says, I've been having a good week. Good to hear. Smurf says, it would be better value if it was perpetual. Yes, it would be. It used to be, but not anymore. Well, not the indie license, the Max license I'm talking about. Smurf says, yeah, Maya has an indie license, the same as Max. Well, there you go. Maya and Max both have indie licenses and they're very good value. They're even better value than compared to Adobe. Because, I mean, Adobe do education version discounts, but they're still more expensive than Max. So. I think Substance, I'm not sure if there's an indie license. I think there is still an indie license for Substance, though. And that's by Adobe now, of course. But I'm talking like Photoshop, Premiere, that sort of jazz. Yura says, I don't know, Autodesk are updating Max regularly with new features. The yearly indie is worth it, certainly is. A perpetual would be version locked, and those were expensive in comparison. Yeah, and remember too, I don't like the subscription model. I want to be able to buy my software. I think subscribing sucks. Let's get that out of the way first. Having said that, being on a subscription means you can constantly update to the newest version of the software. Whereas the old licenses, you used to buy a version and that was it. And Autodesk do update the software, as Euro says, pretty regularly now, so it's not too bad, I guess. I mean, I'd still prefer perpetual, but hey, you can't buy perpetual anymore. Crosswind says, mine just says 2021 under the product version, and then the box below that says 20.0.23.0.915. That's odd. Let me have a look. I'm just going to pull Max over because I just want to make sure that my serial number is not going to show when I do this. So we'll just move it over here and I can check it out. Not that I don't trust you guys. It's not you. All my videos go to YouTube, so. Oh, and it put it over here anyway. So it's okay. It doesn't show my serial number. So that's what it should say when you go to About 3D Studio Max. Let's just do that again. Oh, come on. Pull that back. Yeah, so go Help. Autodesk Product Information. About 3D Studio Max. And it should say 2021.3 Update. That's what you want under your product version. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, I forgot to do my hands. Hang on. I'll be right back. Got to disinfect those hands after you've been outside. Okay, now we should be good. Hands smell like lemon again. So what are we talking about here now? Here it says, when Autodesk were not updating Max with new stuff and still charging silly money for licenses that weren't worth it. Smurf says, Substance has an indie subscription. And you can get an indie perpetual exclusively through Steam. Well, there you go. Euro says Substance license modal is all over the place. It will get worse the more Adobe gets its hooks into them, probably. Crosswind says, yeah, I don't have the update. I see the update pending in my account on the site. Gonna download it now. Yeah, do install the update, Crosswind, because they fix a lot of bugs with these updates. And they introduce new stuff as well. The retopology thing, that's new to Max's latest update, so it's certainly worth installing. That's a fancy stove top. Hellport says, yes, this is the stove we're going to be working on today. If I ever get any work done. Sorry, I meant to warn you guys about the delivery when I started the stream and I forgot. So. Euro says, did it come by boat? That sounded like a foghorn. That's my intercom, yeah, it scares you guys and it's really loud. And yeah, I forgot to warn you that it was coming and to expect it. Because the intercom is just sort of like right behind me on the wall, which is why it's so loud and my mic picks it up so well. Neuro tells Crosswind if you get the Autodesk desktop app, which when you install Autodesk, it automatically installs that. Downloads are available there before you hit the website. They certainly are. I have that app uninstalled. I prefer to go to the website, but the Autodesk 360 app, you can certainly download through that as well. I just don't want apps running in the background for no reason, so I don't use that app. It's the same as the Adobe Auto Updater. I switch that. I close that down. I don't let that start up with Windows. If I want to update my Adobe software, then I open it up, check for updates, and update then. I don't need it running constantly in the background. Slowing down my PC. Euro says it's a nicer update tool, to be honest. I have a few Autodesk products and it keeps them all up to date. Just have to click install. It's the same with the Creative Cloud, the Adobe Creative Cloud. It works the same way. Android Lost, it's good to see you, buddy. Yes, no, I had to get a delivery, an Amazon delivery. I had to go down and pick up. Yes, and like I said, I forgot to warn you guys about the intercom buzzer. It's good to see you though, Android Lust. I hope you're well, and again, my apologies for yesterday. I mentioned on the Discord that my desk nearly hit the floor. It nearly collapsed, so I had to get a new desk delivered. Can't have all my equipment hitting the ground. That would not be good. Particularly as I'm not insured, so if my equipment got destroyed, then I'd have to buy new equipment. I should actually get insurance, I guess. Hellport says, sorry for asking again, but are you streaming next week as well before vacation? Yes, I am streaming next week. So next week will be the last 2 streams, Monday, Tuesday next week, and then I'm going to be on break until about the middle of January. So my schedule is on the Discord server. If you go to Discord and look up stream schedule on the side there, on the left-hand side, you can see when I'm back. Let me tell you exactly. So I'm streaming on Monday and Tuesday the 14th and the 15th. So that's Monday, Tuesday next week. I will be here. And then I'm not back until Monday the 18th of January. So Monday, Tuesday next week, streams as normal. Then I'm off for the Christmas New Year break and back on the 18th of January. Monday the 18th of January. So yes, I will be around next week. Euro says, I just ran the Autodesk desktop app to update. Check it once a week and close it down again, but it's not set to auto start with Windows. I uninstalled it completely. Sniperico, it's good to see you, buddy. I hope you're well. Sniper's here. I'm doing really well. I hope you're doing well as well, Sniper. Well, I'm doing really well now that my desk is replaced and didn't hit the floor. Man, that scared the bejesus out of me though. Like that crack and that bolt hitting the ground scared me. Hydrate. I've been told to hydrate. I said I will do that. You're right. With some nice water. Yeah, just, and it wasn't so. The fact my equipment might hit the ground scared me, but it was the noise that sort of startled me the most, I think. Because it was a real loud bang and a real loud crack. Nothing like some nice chilly cold water. Sniper says, Phil, what did you do to that desk? I did nothing. I was sitting here minding my own business, doing my work, early hours of the morning. Like, we're talking 1:32 in the morning. So it's dead quiet. Everywhere outside is dead quiet because everyone's asleep. And there was this almighty crack and almighty bang when the bolt hit the ground and my desk went like that. It scared me. I didn't do anything though. I did nothing. I wasn't trying to sit on the desk. I was just working. Yuri says, I have all my electronics on my house insurance, which is the best way to go. Plus accidental, including accidental damage. Yeah, I really should get some insurance, I guess. This little almost disaster has pushed me to look at getting some insurance. I mean, the new desk is nice and sturdy, so I'm not worried about the computer equipment now, but you never know what might happen. Particularly with the global warming and the way weather's changing, I could get a hailstorm with, huge hailstones that smash my windows or anything. And that could destroy equipment as well. Hellboard says, the sniper, so far you missed a bunch of talking and fell taking a delivery 35 minutes into it, no work done so far. That's right. Look, it is. No, it's not 30 minutes into it, no work done so far. So we're going to be working on this oven. Let me catch up with the chat. Hang on. Oh no, so Sniper is saying to Hellboard, so he's saying I should silence Phil for 5 minutes. I do have my requests open because now you guys want to use them again. So, anything you put through, I will see. And if I don't, remind me. Andrew Dust says you're taking a Cyberpunk break, huh? No, well, Cyberpunk is released tomorrow. I will be downloading it and playing it. But I probably won't be playing it until I start my break. So I'm going to try and be good and hold off on playing it until after Tuesday next week. We'll see how we go. But it's officially released tomorrow. I can't wait to see what they've done though, because like I said, CD Projekt Red always generally do really cool games that are really fun to play. So Hellboard says to Sniper, there are better things to spend points on. Sniper says, I got more points than Phil has. I can do it. Yeah, Sniper's one of my old... Sniper and Smurfberry and Android Lost, actually, have been the longest of my viewers. They were watching my channel right when I first started streaming on Twitch. So I'm sure they've got lots of points accumulated. Yuri says, I don't know if I'm going to get Cyberpunk. Probably going to wait for the first few patches before it's probably a good idea because there's going to be a day one patch, which is going to be something like 50 gigabytes, apparently. That's the rumor. Because at the moment, the game is a little bit buggy. So, which is understandable. It's a big open world sandbox game. There's going to be bugs. So it's always wise to wait a little bit before you play if you don't like bugs in a game. And some people don't. It breaks the immersion for them if there's a lot of bugs in a game, so I get that. And if that's you should hold off until at least see what the day one patch offers, how it fixes stuff up. Sniper says, so you guys all going to play it? I'm certainly going to play it. Yuri says it's SP on launch, maybe later. Single player on launch, multiplayer later. That's right. And remember too, if you have an AMD graphics card, there is no ray tracing in the game until next year. So if you want to experience the ray traced version of the game, you must have an NVIDIA graphics card. Big surprise, because it's an NVIDIA sponsored title. So bear that in mind too. So if you do want to play with ray tracing and you're an AMD person, you might want to wait till next year before you buy the game anyway. Sniper says, you guys are going to play... Enjoy says, what program do you use? Are you asking me? Well, I use a lot of different programs, Enjoy. I'm using Max here at the moment to do my modeling. I use Substance Painter to do my texturing. I use Rhizome UV to do UV mapping. I'm using the Unreal Engine to work on the game with the Game Studio. Just depends on what I'm working on and when I'm working on it. But yeah, lots of different stuff. But this is Max you see open in front of me at the moment. Andrew Dot says, I heard it was buggy, but I have it pre-downloaded. Smurfberry says 69,000 points. You have 69,000 points now. No one can have 69,000 points. Well, maybe. Digitalis, thank you for the host, buddy. I do appreciate it. So thanks, Digitalis, for hosting the channel. I do appreciate it, guys, when you do host me, so thank you. Snurp says, I've heard that the multiplayer is going to be essentially its own game later. See, I don't care about multiplayer. I only play single player anyway. So I'm happy they're releasing single player. Because I generally won't be playing multiplayer anyway. Sniper says, don't like bugs in games. A lot of people don't. Euro says, they might do the same thing that Rockstar did with Red Dead and release multiplayer as standalone. They might. Android Lust says to Smurf, I'm curious on how the multiplayer will be. I don't think they've done multiplayer before, have they, CD Projekt Red? I'll be curious to see how they handle that too. There's a lot more involved to doing multiplayer well than people think. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I trust them 100% for single-player story-driven games. I don't, to my knowledge, think they've released a multiplayer game before, so let's see how that goes. The Euro says, the Sniper, there aren't bugs, they're undocumented features. That's right, when things are floating in the air in front of you and characters are disappearing, popping in and popping out of the world. And I've read one reviewer said that people were driving around in cars standing up, so they're probably half poking through the roof. Everyone loves those sort of bugs. Sniper Erico says, preach. Hellforge says, back in the EVE Online days, there were no bugs, just unintended features. Hi to you too, Digitalis. It's good to see you. And again, thanks for the host. Hellforge says, didn't they do Gwent as a multiplayer? Oh, maybe you're right, actually. I'm not sure. Euro says, Gwent isn't exactly MMO, though. It's a card game. Hellforge says, it's a reach, but it's the only online game I can think of by CD Projekt Red. I'm pretty sure that's the only one. I didn't think they'd done any, but yeah, if you want to count Gwent, then that would be, I guess. But that's, again, as Euro says, that's very different from putting multiplayer into something like Cyberpunk. Hellforge says, sorry, Andrew Lust says, yeah, Gwent is like Hearthstone, yeah. Card games. And again, they're not the sort of games I play. I like my single-player story-driven stuff, as you guys know. Okay, so thank you for the follow, Noel? Noilats? My apologies if I'm mangling your username. The guys will tell you I'm just terrible with usernames. Noilats7, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Remember too, guys, if you're new to the channel and you want to know more about me, you can go to phildoes3d.com. So my Twitch username, put a .com on the end. And don't forget to, if you want to join the Phildoes3D Discord server, become a Phildo, you can type !Discord at any time in Twitch chat or go to the About Me page on my Twitch channel. In the panels, you will get an invite link that way. Thank you, Hellforge. Or you can click that link that Hellforge just popped into Twitch chat, because there's a gallery section on the Discord where you can show your work. I love looking at the stuff you guys make. It's one of the main reasons I'm on Twitch, is to actually encourage you guys to do 3D and to look at the stuff you guys are making. So you can pop your work in the gallery. If you don't want me to show it on stream, just tell me when you post the image in the gallery, just say please don't show it on the stream, and I won't. There's also a section there where you can link to your ArtStation or your folio, and there's also tutorials and tips and that sort of thing that all the guys and girls have contributed to over the years that are members of the Discord server. So lots of good information on the Discord if you're an artist or doing 3D or doing anything in general relating to artwork. Sniper says, I've decided not to play Cyberpunk this year, maybe next year. Ooh, can you hold out though? I mean, I'm trying to hold out an extra week between release tomorrow and when I go on break at the end of next week. I'm trying to hold out for that week. I don't know how I'll go. I'll try. It's just trying to avoid any spoilers online is a real problem if you're trying to wait to play a game. Alford says next year is only a couple of weeks away. Get hyped. That's right. And that's true. Where did this year go? Smurf says, I have to hold out because my computer can't handle it. Actually, that's the other interesting... Oh, look, Bill still hasn't done any work. I promise I'll do something in a minute. Yeah, the reviews, pre-reviews that have been released so far do say that it does need a really beefy graphics card to run at a good frame rate. I mean, the day one patch might improve the performance a little bit from what the reviewers are playing at the moment. We'll have to wait and see, but at least, particularly with ray tracing turned on, you are going to need a pretty beefy graphics card. If you're playing at higher resolutions as well, particularly. So, you know, 1440p 4K, you're going to need a monster graphics card to run it at a decent frame rate. With ray tracing, of course. If you've got a 1080p monitor, though, you probably shouldn't have too much of a problem. Smurf says, I feel like it's the type of dynamic game that doesn't really have spoilers because it isn't a continuous story. Well, that's true, but I don't want to know anything about it. I want to experience it all fresh. But you're probably right, Smurf. Sniper says, I can hold out. If I play it before June, I'll be shocked. Copy, helpful chairs. Yes, copy. Okay. And then work. Okay. So, yes, the oven. Standard oven, 5 hot plates on the top, and then 2 interior oven pieces. Now again, the oven doors are separate objects so that we can make them interactive in the game. I'm yet deciding on whether I will allow the player to be able to turn the hot plates on or not, which is why at the moment the hot plates themselves are separate objects. I will decide that later on. But I think what we'll do is, last week we worked on the fridge, so we UV mapped the fridge up. We haven't textured it yet. I thought today we would UV map up the oven. Depending on how quickly we get the oven done, then we might move to actually UV mapping the actual kitchen itself, so like the bench tops and that sort of jazz. Once we have those 3 pieces UV mapped up, then we can start working in Substance Painter and start texturing it up. So let's start texturing this up. I'm going to take it into Rhizome in sections. So the first section here is the oven itself. These doors are attached because, number one, there's nothing behind them. There's no cutout. And there's no reason for the player to be able to open those up. The 2 oven doors, yeah, but those 2 drawers, I don't think so. These little sections you see in here, that's actually, this will be a gas oven, of course, because, you know, they were all the rage back in the 1920s. This is actually where the flames would be for the gas range, for the oven part of the heating part of the oven. The flames would be back here on both sides. Helpwood says, if the players can turn the hot plates, turn on the hot plates and move items around, there is no zero chance that someone will put stuff on the lit stove. That's true. I'm not certain whether I will allow the player to turn hot plates on. It doesn't really serve, unless we can sort of, unless the guys at the game studio and I can sort of hash out some way to turn it into some sort of puzzle element. There's really no need for the hot plates to be able to be turned on. I do want the ovens on though. So basically I'm planning on putting a flame particle effect in here. My phone's going off again. My phone actually rang while I was going down to pick up the delivery. I haven't returned the call. It's worked. And I've just got a message here on the phone. I can hear it. Yeah, I am planning on putting a particle effect of flames in here because I think it would be really cool to have light coming out of the oven, which is the reason why I made the oven doors with glass paneling. I just think it would look really cool. So yeah, we are planning on having the ovens already lit, probably. Yeah, already lit, but I don't know whether I'll let the player light the hot plates or not. I don't really see the need for it. It's not part of a puzzle element, so it would be cool, it would be fun, but yeah. For the player, that is, to be able to turn the hot plate on and off, but Hellboard says, hell, I'll do it just for fun. Sniper says, Phil, you know how I keep giving you project ideas? Yes, I do, project ideas. Are you up for another for next year? Because it was all Sniper Echo's fault for the game, actually. Yes, I am up for another one for next year, but it'll have to be after the end of next year because this game is not due to be released until the end of next year. So I'm going to be working on this right up until release. But yes, I'm all open for suggestions, particularly for after the game is done, because I won't know what to do with myself on stream. Coffee, Hellboard says, mini game to brew a nice cup of tea. Sniper says, sweet, not this game, I will play by the end of the year. What are you saying, Sniper? What? This game is being released at the end of next year, not this year. It's been delayed. It was due to be released in quarter 4 of this year, which, you know, is now, but it's being released. It's been delayed to quarter 4 of next year because of the human malware. It's put the game studio and everything into a bit of disarray. Like, it took a while for us to reorganize stuff so that people could work from home and all that sort of jazz at the game studio, which caused a delay. Android Dot says every game was delayed. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I don't feel too bad because every game pretty much has been delayed. So, Snow says true enough. And besides which, you know, give us more time to work on the game and you'll have less bugs, fingers crossed, when you actually play it. Okay, so let us select the oven and send that over to Ryzen. Bill finally starts doing some work. What is it? 50 minutes into his stream. I should call it just Bill Does Just Chat. You know I'm going to have people in on YouTube complaining I talk too much, because I always do. Every time I upload my videos to YouTube, I always get people say, you talk too much, you talk too much. How rude. I'm going to do this in sections, I think. So we're going to isolate each piece as we go, and we're going to UV map. I'm just curious. I'm just going to jump back into Max. It looks like I might have a piece here that's not welded. Yeah, it looks like this piece over here is not welded. I'm just going to check that. I'm going to close this down and we'll send it back in a minute. So I believe it's on this side. Let's go to object mode. Yeah, I do. I have 2 pieces here that are not welded. So I'm going to detach. And we will isolate. That probably happened when I did an optimization on the mesh. And we're going to weld. And we're going to weld. Let's double check that again. Now we're good. So now we can reattach. Do a quick save. And send it back to Ryzen. Let's isolate. Oops. Now we're good. Helpwood says less bugs but more cobwebs. Not sure if the trade-off is worth it. Well, after the kitchen, we're going to be moving down to the basement, wine cellar, root cellar, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to be putting more cobwebs down there. So get ready for more cobwebs, guys. More cobwebs are on the way when we move down to the basement. Something to look forward to. Sniper Echo says nice dig at Cyberpunk there, Phil. They know I love CD Projekt Red. I do love them. It's set in love. Helpwood says, wouldn't be much of a stream if you didn't talk. I guess that's true. Sniper Echo says, well, mind you, some streams I've watched, I've watched people stream that do not say a word. I mean, maybe some people like streams like that, but I find them a little boring, personally. If the guy that I'm watching is not talking, or the girl is not talking at all, then I get bored. I don't know why I bother playing music in the background, because you guys can never hear it because I'm constantly talking. Sniper says, that reminds me of the streams that had music. I used to know that playlist off by heart. Yeah, I have got new music from what you probably heard at the very beginning when I first started streaming. We go through a playlist of about 150 or 200 different songs now. So I swap it out. I swap it up every week to a new playlist. And I have a playlist of about 10 different playlists, and each playlist has about 20 to 30 songs in it that I change over every week. Sorry guys, my phone again. Okay. All right. Why is it, I can sit here and I can work away for a while and no one bothers me, I'm fine, hours can go by, but as soon as I start to stream, I get deliveries, I get work calling me, I get SMSs happening on my phone. It's almost like they wait for me to start streaming before, and then they think, do it now, send it now, call him now. Sniper Girl is going to see you. I'm sorry, I didn't notice you'd seen it. Phil's just been, Phil does just chat away. It's good to see you, Sniper Girl. I hope you're well. And again, guys, my apologies for not being able to stream yesterday. You guys that saw the message on my Twitter or my Discord know that my desk almost collapsed. So I couldn't. I had to get a new one delivered and reset up my equipment again, which I did yesterday. And they almost weren't going to deliver it. They called me and said, "Oh, the desk that you ordered, we don't have it in that size. We won't get it until like the 16th, so which would be next week. And in the meantime, I've got a desk that's ready to collapse with all my equipment." So I couldn't have that. So I actually had to settle for the size down. It's still as big as wide. As long. It's just not, the desk part itself is not quite as wide. I wanted one that was 75 centimeters wide, and I had to get one that was 60 centimeters wide, so 15 centimeters shorter. Not the end of the world, but a bit annoying. Particularly when I ordered it, they said, "Oh yes, no, we have it in stock. I've double checked for you." No, day before delivery, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have it in stock. But we do have this one." I'm doing really well, Sniper Girl. I hope you are too. Cyberpunk coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sniper Girl, tomorrow. I can't wait. Mind you, I'm going to have to wait. I'm trying to wait a week until I start my holiday. So, again, I'm streaming on Monday and Tuesday next week. And then I'm off until about the middle of January. So, again, my stream schedule is on the Discord server. I will be streaming next week on Monday and Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then after next week, I'm on holiday. So, for Christmas, New Year. I'm going to try and wait until I actually start my holidays before I play Cyberpunk. I'll try. I'm glad you're doing good too, Sniper Girl. Holford says, wait, is this music? There should be music playing in the background. There should be, if I've done my job properly. Android Lot says, everyone wants to bother you when you're busy. I know. They wait till I'm streaming and then they all bother me. Like I said, I can go hours and they won't bother me, but as soon as I start streaming, that's when they want to bother me. Sniper Girl says, doing well, can't believe I've been subbed to you for 22 months. Oh, did you sub? My apologies. Yes, no, you have been subbed for 22 months. Man. You and Android Lust has also been subbed for a very long time. And Tamana, she's been subbed for a really long time too. So thank you, Sniper Girl. I do appreciate it when you sub to the channel. And thank you for the subscription. My apologies for not noticing it sooner. You are awesome. Thank you. And yes, 22 months. Way to go. I've got to set up a graphic for long-term subs so that we can play a little graphic, celebration graphic for really long subs. Must do that. Remind me. Andrew Lust says, Phil is actually my first and longest sub on Twitch. Wow. I thank you for that, Android Lust. If I'm actually your first, I feel honoured. So thank you for subbing. And thank you as well, Sniper Girl. Thank you all of my subs, by the way. Yeah, I do appreciate it when you sub to the channel. It does help the channel, so thank you. Elfwood says, I have the same problem. I can go days without anyone talking to me, and the moment I even think about dusting off my guitar and run through some warm-ups, everyone's calling and wants my attention. Yeah, what's that all about? Digitalis says, did anyone try out the new retopology tool in Max 2021? Not yet. I've checked out the videos on it. I have installed the new update to Max 2021. I've installed the new retopology update, but I haven't actually played with it myself yet, but it does look very cool. I was saying to the guys, I have an actual plugin for retopology, but the Max one looks better. So I'm waiting to try it out. I'll check it out soon. Just do remember too, though, the retopology tool is not part of the update. So the Max 2021.3 update does not contain the retopology tool. You have to download that as a separate installer from Autodesk. So just go into your account, you'll see the update for Max, you download and install that, and you'll also see another download for the retopology tool. You have to download and install that as a separate thing. But it's worth doing, it looks really cool. Have you tried it yet, Digitalis? Crosswind says, makes me glad I have a 400-pound executive desk. The house could collapse and my desk would still be standing. It's because my old corner desk was really old. You know, it was old. It was like 10 years old. So it's had a lot of use. So I guess I can't complain too much. But the new one is very solid. So I'm happy. Everything should be fine. Crosswind says, makes me glad. Oh, sorry. Andrew Lost says, the Digitalis Phil just mentioned it. Don't think he used it. Yeah, no, not yet. 400-pound desk, I know. Wow. I think the new desk I've just got here, I think it can take 100 kilograms. So I don't know what that is in pounds, but it's rated to 100 kilograms of weight. So my old desk I think was rated to about 80, but it was 10 years old. So. Crosswind says, yeah, it's huge. Sniper Girl says to Android, says Android has me beat. I mean, wow, 35 months. Tamana has him beat. She's been subbed for, I believe it's 49 months, which can't be right. I haven't been streaming that long, surely. I can tell you, because it tells me in Discord here when you guys sub, it puts it in the Discord as an announcement. Where's Tamana? Tamana. I'm not sure if Tamana's watching. If she is, jump into chat and tell me, Tamana, how long you've been subbed for. It's a long time anyway. She's been subbed for a long time. Sniper Girl says, Andrew Lust, how dare you sub before I even found the channel? Android Lust says, come to think of it, I don't think I was even aware of 3D on Twitch until I ran into Phil. Well, that's very nice. Like I said, I appreciate the fact you guys have subbed to me for so long. You're all awesome. Even though Twitch are doing their best to kill the creative category on Twitch now, by changing around the categories and all that sort of jazz. Which they've already done. I mean, they said that they were doing a trial just for some accounts, but when I log into Twitch, I see the new thing with no creative category anymore. It's music and esports and games. So Yeah, not happy about it. Digitaler says, I actually tried looking for it, but didn't show up in my list of updates. Oh, are we talking about the update itself or the retopology tool? It might take a little while for the retopology download to show up on your account, depending on what sort of account you have. They don't generally release it. I don't know why. Autodesk don't release it to all of the different sub accounts at the same time. They sort of release it to some and then gradually it works its way through. Healthwood says, is the Z remesher any good or is it just hype and propaganda? Sniper Girl says, £220. Well, there you go. So my desk is rated to £220, about half of yours. You had to Google it? Android Lost says, Z remesher is pretty good, but I wouldn't use it for production characters. Z remesher is the one that's built into ZBrush. And again, the plugin that I have in Max is written by the same guys that that created the Z remesher. This one's called Quad Remesher. But the one that comes with Max now is called Retopology, I think they just call it. It's on my list here. So Retopology, yep. That's the one, the new one from Autodesk. Eura says, Tamana is 41 months. Well, there you go, 41 months. I have not been streaming that long. That's, well, I must have been, because she couldn't be subbed to me if I wasn't streaming. 41 months, so 12, 24, 48, am I coming up to 4 years worth of streams? Man. Can't believe I've been streaming for nearly 4 years. That's crazy! And Sniper Girl says to Android Lost, I remember watching a couple of streams and was annoyed watching Phil learn Substance Painter. Well, you stuck it out, didn't you? You stuck it out, that's the important thing. Euro says, Twitch very creative in IRL, it's a load of bollocks. I agree, it sucks, absolutely sucks. I mean, I got, you guys signed the petition, I signed the petition to bring back the creative category. It's had like nearly 6,000 people sign it. I wish Twitch would reconsider. I don't know why they give music its own category, but they do away with the creative category. I mean, put music under creative. It's a creative thing. Why does it get its own category? It's just bizarre. Twitch are bizarre. And yeah, I'm not happy about it either, Euro. Sniper says, true that. Digitaler says, Retopology tool, yeah. Sniper says, actually, how does anyone even find live streams on YouTube or of 3D stuff? I don't know either, actually. I mean, I have a YouTube channel that I upload my previous streams to, but I've never live streamed on YouTube. I know that if you sub to a channel, it shows up in your feed. If you're on YouTube, it says live. But apart from that, I don't know. Is there a page you go to? I don't know. Digitaler says, I didn't know that. Yeah. Neuro says, I don't know. I don't watch YouTube live streams. Neither do I usually. Sniper says, I'm thinking about it though, because Twitch are annoying me with this change to creative. I threatened it weeks ago that I would close my Twitch account and move to YouTube. Sniper says, same as, must look and see if there are any 3D ones. Sniper Girl says, to Sniper Echo, honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but I see a science and technology art section on my... I don't think I see that on mine. Smurf says, Phil is in denial. Alford says Discord. Sniper says to Sniper Girl, yeah, it's all I see here there too. What's this? Sniper says, yep, Phil is it Phil? Yep, Phil, it is for. What are we talking about? I'm not sure what you mean, Sniper Echo. What is this for? What Phil is it? It is for. What is for? It's Phil being really dumb. Hellford says, you know what else is crazy? Letting your coffee get cold. Good suggestion. Creative Steve says, I'm glad I've discovered the creative scene last year. A lot of people are. People really like the creative category on Twitch. I don't understand why Twitch want to kill it. I really don't. Makes no sense. I don't know why they're promoting giving music its own category. It just makes no sense to me. And why they're trying to kill the creative category. Because a lot of the creative... I watch a lot of creative streamers as well. I mean, I watch game streamers too, don't get me wrong, but I watch a lot of creative streamers on Twitch. And they have the nicest communities of people. Well, all of you are a prime example of this. The nicest people go to creative streams. You go to some game streams and you get some toxic people in those in the chat. I mean, really, really toxic. Horrible, toxic people. I never, or very, very rarely do I ever have a problem with anyone that comes into my channel on creative. And the creative channels that I've watched, very rarely do you get toxic people popping in. Now, that's probably going to change if they're lumping creative in with the IRL category, because you get a lot of toxic people in IRL, which isn't good. So yeah, I'm really not happy that Twitch have done that, because the creative community are one of the most supportive, friendly, wonderful community that you can be part of. So I don't understand why Twitch want to kill it. I mean, they haven't said they want to kill it, but they're behaving like they do. Yeah, so I agree, Creative Steve. It's a good community, the creative community on Twitch. Yura says they shoved science and technology under IRL as well. They shoved a lot of stuff under IRL. You know, cosplay, you know, sewing, video editing, all of the creative categories. It's just not good. It's not good for discoverability. It's not. If you're a Twitch streamer, it's really not good if you're a creative streamer. Helford says, moving over to YouTube would make it easier to archive the VODs. It certainly would. I wouldn't have to re-upload them all to YouTube every month. You can send them directly from Twitch to YouTube, but I don't do that because it's a little bit fiddly and faulty and buggy to have your videos automatically sent through to YouTube from Twitch. But so it would make my life much easier. 4 years of streaming on Twitch, that's right. And they do this to the creative community. Come on, Twitch. Come on. Don't do this to creative. Sniper Girl says, post the screen in general, but yeah, I have an art section. Yeah, but yeah, have an art section and science and technology on Twitch. Okay, so this, yeah, that's what mine looks like too. So, don't think if you post on Discord, by the way, guys, that I won't see it. Discord is open at the same time that Twitch is open. Twitch chat, that is. Sniper Girl has posted this, which is what she sees, and this is what I see as well. When I view it, you got games, IRL, music, and esports. Come on, Twitch, do away with music and put creative here. I don't understand why you're giving music its own category like that. I mean, really? Are there that many music streamers that you want to give them their own category compared to how many creative streamers there are in all the different categories? Come on. Thankfully, they still do have the art subsection here. So, yeah, but being able to browse directly to creative category is really necessary for discoverability on Twitch. Sticking everyone automatically under IRL is not good. Sniper Rebecca says, sweet Christ, I don't even know who wrote that. Sniper Girl says, I'm weird, I watch creative streams on Twitch and gaming on YouTube. I only watch game Let's Play. YouTube I used to watch for a lot of different things. Generally, I watch Let's Plays on YouTube, or I watch other sorts of tutorial videos and stuff. And I watch creative streamers on Twitch. I never watch creative streamers on YouTube, usually. But I watch game streamers on Twitch as well. Android Lost says to Sniper Girl, yeah, the art section is there like that, but I don't know if those categories will stay like that. I can't make it much worse than they have already for the creative community. Those are the links if you want to join the Discord server, and that's the link if you want to buy the wishlist, the game that you see me working on now, or you see me going to be working on right now. I do just chat. Android Lost says, I wonder if you're not signed into Twitch, will you see something else? Yeah, I don't know. I've not tried not signing into Twitch and having a look. I should do it through incognito in Chrome and see what comes up. Smurf says, do away with esports. Look, I don't care what they do away with. Do away with games. No. Yeah, do away either with the esports, put esports under games, or put music under creative. I mean, if it was me, I would put music under creative, the way it used to be. I don't know why Twitch feel the need to change it. I think they're only doing that to appease people because they've been getting so many DMCA notices for music. So you've got a lot of DJs on Twitch that have been getting notices, copyright notices. I think, and they've been making a real song and dance about it. So I think that's Twitch's way to try and appease them, if I was to guess. But that doesn't mean it should come at the expense of everyone that streams under creative. That's not the way to do it, Twitch. Don't do that. You're going to piss more creative streamers off by doing that than any DJ streamers that you might have. Anyway, don't get me started. Smurf, Andrew Lost says, I agree with Smurf, I do too. Sniper Girl says they want to deal with copyright. That's the reason why... Can you hang on, guys? I don't know if my phone's going in the background. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that again, guys. It was work calling me regarding a project, deadline for a project. Oh, Phil's got a headache now. Okay. Where were we? Neuro says it's ironic that Twitch has a music category but outright refuses to buy site-wide licenses to protect the streamers who make the money. Tell me about it. Hellford says it's funny, to be honest. Promote music streamers but then risk a ban if you take requests. That's right. Sniper says, yep, Phil, I subbed to you in January 2007. I was watching for almost a year at that point, I think. There you go. Yes, you're one of my longest. Actually, I think you are my longest. Smurper is close and Android Lost is close and Sniper Girl is close, but I believe you were one of the very first. You were the first person to actually donate to my channel as well, Sniper Echo. I remember that. You've been watching since the very beginning. You were, all four of you have. Helpwood says, I'm kind of glad I moved away from it, to be honest, and got into 3D. Android Lust says, yeah, even if someone does a cover, it'll be DMCA. Euro says, they just need to add another button explicitly for creative streamers. Leave the rest there. Yeah, well, that's true. If you want to leave it, if you still want to have music and esports, just put another button there. Twitch, you know, it's a graphic on a page, on a web page. It's not hard, it won't take long, and it won't cost you a lot of money. Just put the creative button there. Come on. Elford says to Android Lust, I had an old VOD of me playing guitar caused me to get an angry email notice that it would be cool if I took the VOD down. Wow, really? Man. Sniper says, yep, I agree. Helpwood says, moved it unlisted to YouTube and got another email. Yeah, YouTube can be pretty bad too. Yura says, I have some YouTube videos which over a period of years have got multiple claims for the same song. The whole system is bonkers. It is. The whole automated robotic AI thing that scans music is all rubbish. It doesn't work well, and when it, most times it doesn't work well. My videos on YouTube, I've had them copyright striked for music, which is, and the music it lists for the song that's copyrighted is not the song that's playing when they want to mute it. Because you guys can see, I show the artist name and the song name on all of my videos while I talk. And when you get a copyright strike on YouTube, it actually tells you the song name and it tells you the time in the video it's being played, and that's why, and it mutes it out. And the two just don't correspond. It's a different song and a different artist. It's completely wrong. Helpwood says, at this point I might as well just play my own music. It was actually good. You'll get copyrighted for that too, probably. Android Lust says, that's crazy, especially if it was old. Don't know how cover music being played live gets detected. Smurf says, me and Sniper started following it on the same day. Well, there you go. My apologies. I knew you were a long time too. And Sniper Girl's been here forever, and so has Android Lust. It's not a competition. You're all equally awesome. You've all been watching since the very beginning. Sniper Echo says, that's why Phil keeps getting confused by us, Smurf. That's right. It's the 2 S's, the 3 S's. Sniper Girl, Sniper Echo, Smurf Barbecue. I get them mixed up all the time. Creative Steve says, by the time I actually explored Twitch in 2017, it was mainly nothing but Mario Maker 1 in Nintendo content at the time. I actually remember Twitch from when it used to be called Justin TV. I mean, I used to watch creative streams on Justin TV. Before Twitch bought it. Euro said, before Amazon bought it and called it Twitch. Euro says, I've been on Twitch Justin TV since 2013. Been following Phil since March 2017. Man, you've all been around forever, just like me. We've all been around forever. But I do appreciate the fact that you guys do tune in and you hang out and watch. You hang out with me and you watch. I appreciate it. And I appreciate the fact you guys have been watching for so long. I didn't realize just how long it had been. I just got another message through on my phone. It's not ringing. It's an SMS message. Just 1 second. Oh, okay. They can wait. It's work. It's regarding some client at work. Sniper Echo says, I've been still trying to get my actual Twitch name, 6 years now without any luck. Sniper says, that makes me sad. You're a sad panda. What? Euro says, they took like 3-letter names, so I'm screwed. They don't like 3-letter names. No, they don't. Smurf says, made my Justin TV account in 2014 or whatever it was then. Wow. Creative Steve says, man, I don't even remember my very first name I had on Justin TV. I don't know if I actually joined Justin TV or had an account, because you know how you can watch Twitch without an account. I think I just used to watch without an account. Creative Steve says, but I had it through its entirety. Android Lust says, don't think I've used Justin TV at the time. Helpwood says, been on Twitch since like 2012, 2013 with another account first and switched over to this one back in 2015. Since Twitch don't allow us to change channel names back then. No, that's sort of like only the last few years they've allowed you to change a channel name. Smurf says, okay, it was Ustream TV. Wow. I'm not familiar. Yeah, wow. It's been a long time. Let's do some UV mapping before people start complaining on my YouTube video. Because you know they're gonna. I'm sorry if you're watching me back on YouTube and I've been chatting for most of this video that you are watching. You can always fast forward me to the very end when I actually started doing some work here. So we are going through now and we are UV mapping up this oven. Looks like I might have another piece here that, why you do this? Let me just see where that is. Yep, I have another piece here that needs to be fixed, so we may as well do it. I only UV mapped 2 pieces, it's only box map, so it should be fine. Really should have checked this a bit more carefully before I started sending it over. So I believe it's this piece here. So we're going to do the same thing again, we're just going to detach it. Yeah, that can sometimes happen because I do an optimization run over the entire model. It can sometimes split a vert or split a polygon. So we're going to go into isolation, vertex, and just weld these two pieces together. Now we can check to make sure it's actually welded at all, and it has. And let's just reattach it to the oven. Send it back to Rhizome again. Third time's the charm. Smurfberry says, so irresponsible, Phil. I know. They can wait. I mean, you know, come on. You are my #1 priority, Smurfberry, not them. We'll just redo these really quick. I'll call them back after the stream. It should be fine. It's just a client. I mean, you know, it's just a contract for the studio. Hey. I'm sure if it's vitally, urgently important, they will call me on my mobile again like they did before. That's fine. That should be cut out like that because it's at the front. Andrew Loss says, we've stun-locked Phil. Elford says, if I spend some points for a game stream, will you play some Cyberpunk on the last stream before your vacation? I'd love to hear your thoughts about all the art and the environment in the game. Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to looking at it. Maybe. Maybe. That's probably a yes. I was planning on not playing it, but it'll be close enough. I actually won't start a playthrough until I start my holidays. I'm trying anyway. But yeah, maybe if you want next week, if you want to spend your points to get me to play a game. This looks like it's split through the back here as well. I can tell by the seam. I really don't want to send it back to Max again. I really should have checked it a little bit more carefully, but it shouldn't matter. We'll stitch the seam in the program. So we're going to isolate that. And I'm going to select the seam and stitch it. Doesn't want to stitch, okay. Because it's two separate pieces of mesh. Sniper Girl says, wow, you have enough points for that? Sniper Girl says, I only have 10,000. Euro says, Slack. Smurf says, I could redeem it 3 times in a row. I purposefully made it very high because people want to watch my stream. When they watch my streams, they really want to watch me do 3D. Which is why I made it quite a high points value. It's the highest of them all to get me to play a game. That and the fact that I'm very good at playing games. But it could be a good thing from a 3D point of view. Like Hellforge says, we could walk through the game, we could check out the assets, we could talk about what they look like, how they've done them, all that sort of jazz. So that could be interesting for 3D. Sniper Girl says, looks like it, Euro. Android Lost says, I'm at 75.6k. Wow. 75,000 and a half or more thousand points. Jeez. Android lost. Sniper Girl says, think my points are broken then. Well, see, the longer you watch, the more points you get. So, as in, you can't just, the longer you're actually viewing the stream, the points work out that way. Hellforward says, that's the reason why I asked, since you said you wanted to wait until your break. No, look, I will, if that's what you want, but make sure I have the game actually installed before you actually spend your points. So don't spend your points until you ask me whether the thing is installed. That way you won't waste your points. But provided I have it installed, then yeah, alright, I'll do that. Euro says, I'm 34 and a half, almost, but I spend mine sometimes. Sniper Girl says, is there a way to give ourselves points as mods? No. I'm afraid there's not. Euro says that's cheating. Yes, it is. No, mods cannot give you can not even I can award you points. It's just a Twitch thing. I can't even decide to award points to people. It's just the way it works. It's the system. Can't break the system. Sniper Girl says, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Andrew Dot says, actually with Cyberpunk, I don't know how streamer friendly it is because of some of the adult content. That's a good point as well. Yeah, I wonder how Twitch are going to handle that. I mean, I'm not, my streams are mature, so they're rated for mature people. Having said that, I mean, I'm not sure how young some of the people that watch my channel are. Some of them I think are a bit younger. So that's why I don't want any swearing and we have to keep our chat clean. That is a good point though. And the music as well. I think there is an option, CD Projekt Red have included an option in the game to mute any copyright music, so you won't get copyright strike for the music at least. But yeah, there is a lot of adult content in the game. But as long as we're careful, we'll probably be okay. As long as I don't go wandering down any dark alleys or anything like that, I think we should be pretty safe. But that is a good point, Andrew. Last Euro says it makes no sense. Hellford says will do. Besides, I'm a mod, so I can refund myself. Sniper says I've redeemed over 80,000 over the time and only twice silenced Phil. He could silence me for the rest of next year if he wanted to, like the 80,000 points. Sniper Girl says to Sniper Echo, silence Phil twice. Probably the same way as Conan, where it had nudity, should be fine. Yeah, Twitch and nudity, it's a funny thing. Like, as an artist, I can't show you pictures of women with naked breasts, or fully naked, or men fully naked. Like, I can't show you a statue of David fully naked, for instance. That's against Twitch's terms of use. But if you're playing The Witcher 3 and you know the bath scene, the famous bath scene in The Witcher 3, that's okay on Twitch, and that's full breast, naked breast. So I don't. Twitch's rules sometimes are weird. I think they make them up as they go half the time, I think. Or it's one rule for one person and another for another. Andrew Love says, I know there's a streamer mod on Cyberpunk. A streamer mode on Cyberpunk, but as far as I know, that only turns the music off. I don't know it censors it. I don't think it censors. No, I think it. I think it just says turn the music off. I don't think it censors the content. As Creative Steve says, Conan is funny. Healthwood says, from how I understand it, Witcher was fine because the adult content wasn't the main focus of the game. Unlike something like Hoonipop. I'm not sure what Hoonipop is. But I know as an art streamer, I can't show naked statues on the stream. You can't have naked breasts, you can't have genitalia. Stone or otherwise, it can't be shown. Yuri says, I had to skip some of the scenes in the Witcher series. They were kind of lewd for Twitch, even with my stream set to 18+, which is what mine is set to as well, 18+. But Sniper says, great, and this game I chose to not play. I won't be playing the game. If we do it next week, we'll just be analysing and looking at the modelling and the texturing and the environment sort of thing. We'll be talking about that. I won't play the game. Unless you guys really want me to. Sniper says, great. And this is Euro says, cannot show inanimate objects with human parts, can show boobies in IRL. Go figure. Yeah, go figure. Twitch and their double standards and double rules. Creative Steve says, this is extremely weird. That's extremely weird. It is. Healthward says, American prudishness at its finest. Healthward says, Hooney Pop is an anime dating sim with match 3 mechanics. Oh, okay. Not up on the anime dating sims. Do you play it at Healthward? Sounds dreadful. Sniper Girl says to Healthward, Googled Hooney Pop, was curious. Healthwood says, I've been single for too long. Sniper Girl says to Healthwood, know that feeling? Yeah, this is going to be an issue for me. Why? Why? It's not letting me stitch it because it's across two separate meshes. I'm never going to get this thing UV mapped. Hang on, let me just cancel that for a minute. I'm going to jump back into Max, and I'm going to check all of this model before I do anything more. So I'm sick of re-UV mapping the same part 3 times now. So we are going to isolate just the oven. And I'm going to go through and check this mesh. See, now again, same problems here. That's very annoying. If I'd known that the optimization had done that, I would have done the optimization a different way. So I'm going to detach. Isolate. Because that's not the only part. There are parts at the front as well that that are also detached. No, that won't cause an issue for the game engine, but it will cause an issue, as you can see, with us UV mapping it. So we really should fix it up. Let me reattach that now to the rest of it. Andrew Loss says 3D makes you single. Yeah, maybe it does. I know I spend a lot of time in front of the computer and I'm single. Healthboard says I only have 31.6 hours in Hooney Pop. Time well spent. Euro says at least in 3D you can fix errors. That's true. Healthboard says all that match 3. Sniper Girl says according to my reading, Cyberpunk will be okay on Twitch. Well, that's good. So yes, so long as I get my copy of the game, which I'm going to order through GOG, so to support CD Projekt Red directly, you should, if you want to play the game and buy the game, buy it directly on GOG, and not through Steam or through Epic or through anyone else, because that way all of the money goes to CD Projekt Red. So yeah, so long as I can download it by next week, then it should be good, hopefully. Sniper says to Sniper Echo says to Smurfberry, how goes your work? How goes on your add-on buy? Yes, Smurf, how does it go? Not bad. It's mostly feature complete. Cool. Not pretty, but it works. So long as it works, that's the important thing, Smurfberry. So now I'm going to... Oh, I see why that is. Why I didn't notice it, actually. It's because most of it's actually hidden behind the oven door. Okay. That doesn't mean we can't fix it, though. We need to really, really fix it. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to go into because I don't want to do this bit by bit by bit by bit, because it's getting really annoying. If we're careful, we should be able to do a world, a general world. So long as I don't go too far, and you'll know when I go too far because you'll see that happen. It just needs to go probably 0.05 should be enough. Now we're good. Everything is welded together. Okay, now we've fixed everything. For the third and final, or is it the fourth and final time now? Let's send them back to Rhizome again. Hellforge is asking, has anyone played Star Citizen yet? I haven't. Okay, now it's actually probably a bit better as far as UV mapping goes. There are more pieces. Fewer pieces, I mean. Fewer pieces to UV map, which is always a good thing. So what have you posted here, Smurf? Wait, that's the wrong one. What are we looking at? I want to check this out. Smurfer has posted a link in the Twitch chat. I shouldn't say the Twitch chat. That's such an old person's way of saying things. It's like the Twitter and the Facebook. It's just Twitter and it's just Facebook and it's just Twitch chat. But I am old. So. Is this what you worked on, Smurfer? That's very cool. The selection sets and stuff you make, yeah, it's very cool. Impressive. So it makes selections just more like Maya. Yeah, very nicely done. Good job. What are you going to do with the plugin? Are you going to give it to people, or are you just going to sell it, or what are you doing with it? Smurf says, I'll play Star Citizen if it's ever released. A good point. It's cost a fortune too. Sniper Girl says, I won't refuse to support Star Citizen. Euro says, I have Star Citizen, too busy in Elite Dangerous to play it. I have Elite Dangerous and I haven't played that in a while either. I'm too busy to play it. Euro says, I got gifted it. Android Lust says, I haven't, I want to. Euro says, its game model is entirely pay to win, buying ships for real money. Sniper Girl says, Android Lust, if you pay a certain amount of money, I think like 1,000, you can buy every single ship for 27,000. Yeah. It's greedy, as Sniper Girl says. It is greedy. You don't want to pay real money for shit like that. Sniper Girl says, I mean, they're literally giving rich people the ability to bypass the entire game and have an advantage over everything. Andrew Dust says, wait, all the ships besides the starter pay to win? Well, I don't know, I've not looked at the Star Citizen that much. Halford says you can buy most of the ships for in-game money as well if you earn enough in-game money. Oh, Smurf says it's up on GitHub, so there you go. I believe you wrote it for Blender, didn't you, Smurf? I'm pretty sure he did. So if you're a Blender user and you want to use that really useful tool that Smurfberry has created, you can download it from GitHub. Make sure you put a link in the Discord Smurfberry as well. Yeah, I'm not sure where you'd want to post it though. You could either put it under your under. I'll leave it up to you. You're a moderator on both channels, so post it on the Discord Smurf. So maybe not in the general chat because it'll get lost amongst all the other new posts. Maybe put it under tutorials and tips or something. Maybe we should make another separate channel inside of Discord. Sniper says I must show my add-on once I polish it some. Make sure you do. We all want to see it. Snope says if I wasn't partnering with someone else to spruce up their existing add-on, I would have considered maybe throwing up on a Gumroad page, but since it's not all my own work, it's up for free. Pay what you want, Gumroad. Android Lust says, guess I won't be playing Star Citizen. I don't think you're missing much, Android Lust. Sniper Girl says that's an in-game money that you earn in-game. Huge difference between that and just spending real money to unlock everything. Depends on how hard they make it for you to actually earn in-game money. Sometimes they can make it, you know, have to grind forever to get some in-game money. Yet they'll let you pay real money to get it immediately. I've got to at least get this UV map today before the stream ends. Otherwise I won't feel like I've achieved anything. Yuri says make a tools channel or something. Yeah, maybe. Don't forget, guys, if you've got any ideas for what you want to see on the Discord, let us know. Let either the mods or myself know, and we'll look at including it on Discord. But a tools channel might be cool. Yuri. Sniper Girl says, I mean, it looks like a visually amazing game. It does look good. I agree. One that I was looking forward to. Android Lust says, kind of sounds like grind for months to earn a ship to do or do it the easy, expensive way. Smurf says, aside from the ship money schema, Star Citizen has also been in development for like 8 to 10 years or something, and it's still only an alpha. That's strange. It costs so much money. They've spent so much money making that game or trying to make that game. I mean, we're talking huge amounts of money. Huge amounts of money. And they always want more. So if it is ever finished and released, it certainly will be an amazing game, but I have my doubts to whether it actually will ever be actually released. It's because it's a huge undertaking. The scope of that game, again, is really big. They're going all out on the creation. There's a new update coming for Elite Dangerous 2 soon, so that should be pretty cool. Where you can actually leave your ship. I think there's combat as well. Don't quote me, I'm not really sure, but I did hear something about the new update coming for Elite. I must get back into that game. It's been a while since I've played. It's been a while since I've played anything, to be honest. Like, I have the new Watch Dogs Legion game as well. I haven't played that. It's installed, but not. I haven't even opened it up. Smurf says a buttload of people paid into that and haven't gotten the full game for their money. Android Lust says, which is the main reason I haven't tried it yet, Smurf. Smurf says that's why I wouldn't play Star Citizen until it actually ships a gold product. I would agree. Euro says they're making like 2 to 3 games out of it. But yeah, it's a long time considering they didn't even build an engine from scratch. Yeah, because they use a Lumberyard engine or something, the Cry engine, I think. Because I remember there was a lawsuit about it. Someone suing someone. Helpwood says you've unwrapped and drank coffee. Speaking of which, drink coffee. Smurf says heavily skeptical of Elite update. Yeah, I haven't looked into it too much, Smurf. Whether it'll be good or not. Their engine is spaghetti and the designers are questionable. Oh, Smurfberry burn! Wow. Tell us what you really think, Smurf. Sniper Girl says huge undertaking for sure, but Star Citizen raised over $300 million as of June 2020. $300 million to make a game. $300 million! I mean, you know, I'd pay no attention to that. That's just a visual artifact that happens inside of, through the plugin. The plugin causes that. Same with that, it's just a visual glitch in the plugin. So what's left here? Nearly you've mapped it. I've nearly done it. We want to do these. And we want to do the, oops, wrong mode. I'm just going to do some stitching on this. And the one down here. If I can get my selection correct. Come on. And I also think we need to do the one down here. And the one, yeah. So basically I only want to have one seam toward the back. Probably toward the back and toward the bottom. It'll be least noticeable down there. Okay. Now I don't think I've forgotten anything. I'm pretty sure everything is right. I'm just going to, when I jump into max, we'll look at these two pieces here because of the angle that they're on. But what we're going to do is send it back to max and then we'll do a pack and then we'll check things out. So let's send that back. CryEngine 3 Sniper says, yeah, I thought it was CryEngine. Okay, let's just hide the piece we're working with. Throw down an unwrap UVW. And open it up. And select everything. Get Max to do a repack. I could have repacked in Ryzen, but I usually prefer to pack in Max. Not even Max gets it right all the time, as you can see. Where is that? Hidden in there. Alright. I'm just going to scale this. Scale it, alright. I'm going to get Max to do another pack now, but I'm not going to use that pack button. I'm going to do it here. We can normalize, we can fill holes. I don't want to rotate. We can rescale as well. Let's throw a checker pattern down so we can check out textile density. And we'll go to a tile of 30 by 30. Now our UV mapping inside here is straight, which is good. Our textile density is even, which is good. So I think we're good on that. Let's remove the checker pattern because it's really distracting. So what are we talking about here? Asking because it looks like I live on. Hang on. I only played a few hours of Elite. I spent most of that time hauling booze and wear wind charms for dope profits. And burned a few ships when I tried to refund on a star. Snappy Girl says, what the hell is Elite? Elite Dangerous. Asking because it looks like I live under. Yes, Elite Dangerous, the game. It's a good game. English games company. Make it Frontier Developments. Android Lost says, when I first heard of Elite Dangerous, I thought it was more polished Star Citizen. Android Lost says, but this was years ago. Smurf says, technically speaking, it probably was back in the day. Elite was first to market. They had a working game for years with Star Citizen. Wasn't even a released alpha. While Star Citizen wasn't even a released alpha. And save as well. That's a good point. Hellforge, I must remember to save because we don't want to do that again. No, I think you're right. I don't think I have saved for the whole stream. Smurf says, and copy, of course. Smurf says, except that Frontier made a bunch of stupid decisions with Elite and kind of let it go a bit stale. The grind in Elite can be real. The grind, the never-ending grind. To earn enough money to upgrade your ship and stuff. Sniper Girl says, yeah, I agree with Hellforge. Save. Smurf says, but their dev process are also bad and hindering the game. Sniper Girl says, forgive me for asking, but is Elite like No Man's Sky? It's better than No Man's Sky. No Man's sort of like a No Man's Sky, but much better. Sniper Girl says, are they all crafted worlds? No, they're procedural, Sniper Girl. Elite is procedural as well. Pretty sure more crafted, not entirely sure. You know, the procedural. Elite is procedural, and so is No Man's Sky. Pretty much. Creative Steve says, from the sound of Elite behind the scenes, rather trust companies like the people who made No Man's Sky more, who kept their promise of their game. I haven't played No Man's Sky. I mean, it looks interesting. If you like that art style. Smurf says Elite is procedural with a handful of crafted locations. Yep. Smurf says Elite has 400 billion stars. Yes, it's got a lot. Android Lost says to Steve, that's why I gave No Man's Sky another try years after release. Smurf says Elite is kind of arcadey cockpit simulator, while No Man's Sky is a planetary exploration and base building mystery sort of thing. Sniper Girl says Elite has bad, yeah, it does have pretty bad grind. Creative Steve says to Android Lost, I never got to actually try No Man's Sky fully due to school until I had a bit of a break last year. Sniper Girl says, pass then, don't have time. Hero says, Elite's grind isn't so bad. It's much easier for new players now than it was when it was launched. Yeah, that's true, but there is still some grind. If you want to start earning a lot of credits so that you can upgrade your ship and stuff, you're going to have to start grinding between different starports to start trading. Or you can do mining. There are different ways to make money. You don't have to just trade. You can mine, you can become a pirate and steal. Yeah, there are different ways to make money. But it is all still pretty grindy, at least initially. Smurf says, as vague as No Man's Sky story is, Elite has even less. Elite has like news articles, a story. Euro says to Smurf, but nobody has found Rexley yet. They have the Thargoids and stuff now, so that's some sort of like a bit of a distraction in Elite. You can get pulled into witch space and you've got a battle of Thargoids or Thagoroids. I can never remember the pronunciation for that. Thargoids, I think it is. Euro says that Rax was apparently in the game. Android Lost says, yeah, I was in school when it first came out too. I originally refunded it, but since all the fixes and updates, it was enjoyable. They recently gave Elite away for free on the Epic Games store. So I'm not sure if it's still free, but it was like last week or the week before. So if you do want to try it, check out the Epic Games Store. It may still be free. Or it may not, but it was. They were giving it away for free. Elite Dangerous Horizon, so the latest version of Elite. Euro says, looks at the value of the current ship, 580 million credits, no sweat. Android Lost says, that's a story, but at one point I just got sidetracked for hours. Smurf says they're very different from each other. No Man's Sky is a fairly different planet generation system and plants and animals. Elite's universe is barren of life. The only planets that you can land on are airless like Mercury or Pluto. Yeah, rocky planets or icy planets is pretty much it at the moment in Elite. But they are, with the new update, they're going to add atmosphere, I think. Or light atmosphere or something, I don't know. Smurf says Elite is like space trucker, space fighter, pilot, space miner. Elite was free, Android. Yes, it was free. You could get it for free on the Epic Games Store. They were giving it away. Hellforge says, if I wanted to grind, I'd play the new Tony Hawk skateboard game. Hero says to Smurf, Space Sim is also visually stunning. Sniper Girl says, I keep my dev tools and also games separate. I use Unreal Engine and don't get games on Unreal. Only way I'll ever do work. I get it all. I want all the free stuff. Whether I use it or not, whether I play it or not, I want it in my account. So anytime anything... Look, I added Elite to my Epic Games account, but I own Elite on Frontier, so I have a Frontier account. And I bought it like years ago, but I still got it for free on Epic Games. Why not? It's a click of a button. Costs me nothing. I want it. If it's free, I want it. Does that make me greedy? Am I greedy? Must be greedy. Yuri says to Android last, I have all the PS versions up to PS3. Talking about Tony Hawk. Smurf says, yeah, Elite is rather pretty in a sort of realism way. No Man's Sky is a stylized look. Smurf says, I've heard Elite is in VR is basically the reason to get VR. Yep, I've heard that too. It's supposed to be pretty good for VR. One of the few games that is. Android Lost says, I miss Tony Hawk. Yura says, yeah, I have a friend who only plays Elite with his VR headset. Alford says, maybe that's Phil's next project with the team. Remaster the old Tony Hawk game. Yura says you can't compute that game without it anymore. Creative Steve says to Smurf, I've been tempted on picking up Elite Dangerous due to the VR compatibility. Android Lost says, Elite isn't free anymore on Epic. Oh, it was. I should check their store more often, yeah. Every week they've usually put out a new free game. And it was last week or the week before it was Elite. I know because I added it to my account. November assets are out on Unreal. I've already grabbed them. December assets, I think you mean Sniper Girl. I've already grabbed them. Smurf says, oh right, Elite does have a rover you can drive around in, that's right, but that's still a cockpit. But the upcoming update for Elite is going to add walking around on foot and new content to do on foot. It's supposed to be combat as well, on foot combat with the new update. Space Leagues, that's right, Euro. They have a new gameplay video coming out soon for the next expansion. Hellboy says it's not greedy if it's free. Well, that's true. Smurf says, but given their buggy history and design choices, I'm going to wait and see if it's well received before I consider paying for it. I'm not going to be paying for the update immediately either. Don't worry, Smurf. I'm going to wait and see too. He says, the game is like a mile wide and half a foot deep. Sniper Girl says, yeah, December updates, free updates on the marketplace, the Epic Games marketplace. Smurf says, Star Citizen has had on-foot content since the start. Yeah, but look at the mess that game's in. Elfwood says they have 2 games coming out tomorrow. Sniper Girl says, wow, this means crappy year is almost over. That's right, let's put 2020 and the human malware behind us. It's almost all over and done with. Thank goodness. Elfwood says free games. Okay, so we did not get this finished today. What a surprise. Phil does just chat and not enough 3D work. We're going to leave it there though for today, I think, guys. I will be back next week on Monday and Tuesday, the last 2 streams of 2020. So make sure you pop in next week and say hello and chat away because I won't be back then until the middle of January. I do want to thank you guys though for being here, hanging out, watching with me. I'll be back next week for the last 2 streams of 2020, of course, 5 p.m. Pacific time on Monday and Tuesday. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. If you're going to go outside, put on a mask. Do it. It's for your safety and for everybody else's as well. Make sure you wash your hands regularly and try and avoid large crowds of people if you possibly can. You guys have a great weekend and I will see you all again on Monday next week. See you guys.